Alright, sixth graders, we're going to talk about multiples of numbers and how to find the lowest common multiple. That means the lowest multiple of two numbers. Okay? So, first of all, what are multiples of numbers? How do you find multiples of numbers?
You add them.
Yeah, keep adding the same number in a row. Okay? That's one way to find multiples. So to add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Okay? That's counting by the number. Another way is to multiply them by 1, and then by 2, and then by 3, and then by 4. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Do you know what's the sixth multiple of 4? There's an easy way to find that answer. Sixth multiple of 4. What does that mean? Sixth multiple of 4. Andreas? Johnny?
4 times 6.
Yeah, it's just 4 times 6, which is 24. Okay? So multiples are found by counting by the number given, or multiplying it by the number given. Multiplying 1 times 4, 2 times 4. Okay? And multiples of 10 are just counting by tens. You find them by counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So what's the eighth multiple of 10? Olivia. 80. You get it? You get multiples?
Yeah.
So if it says, what is the lowest common multiple of two numbers? One way to find the lowest common multiple is to write out a list of the multiples and circle the first one that they have in common. Pretty simple, right? So, for example, the first one on your assignment, which is number 8. The lowest common multiple of 8 and 14. So let's make a list of the multiples of 8. 8, 16, 40, then what? 48,
56, 64, 72, 80,
and so on. 88, right?
and
92. Now let's make a list of 14s. So 14, 28, but you just add what?
14,
Add another 14.
32,
42.
that's close.
I've got a question.
Yes?
It's actually problem 14, not 8.
Oh, yes, you're right. Problem 14. I looked at the 8 and wrote
Oh.
8. So it's problem 14. All right, 42, 50, 56. Oh, look.
Yeah.
We found the lowest common multiple. Okay? Yep. So, that's one way to do it, is to make a list of the multiples and then write down the lowest common multiple. Or you could think about it and write the lowest common multiple. Okay? Sometimes the lowest common multiple is simple, like the lowest common multiple of 2, 3, and 4. What's the lowest number that 2, 3, and 4 all go into? Daphne? 12. So we can do this just by thinking. 12. Okay? Another way to do this is a more advanced method. I want you to show you this. We're going to take number 14, and I'm going to show you a different way to do it without writing a list of the multiples. And this uses the factor trees. So we start with 8 and write out the prime factorization. So 2 and 4, 2 and 2, right? So what is the prime factorization of this one? Olivia?
2 to the power of 3.
2 to the power of 3. Yep. Now let's write out the prime factorization of 14.
72.
Is that it? That's it. Okay? Now, to find the lowest common multiple, you have to use the biggest power of each of the type of factors. So, you have to use the biggest power of, since there's 2 to the third power or a 2 to the first power. Which one should we use? 2 to the third power. And then we also have to use a 7 in the formula. 2 to the third power times 7. What is 2 to the third power times 7? It's 56. Because 2 to the third power is 8. 8 times 7 is 56. So we can use this method to find the same number that we found up here. Okay? So you can write down that as this method, the advanced method. And what you do is multiply the greatest power of each factor. Okay? Greatest power of each factor. Okay, repeat that. Multiply the greatest power of each prime factor. So first you have to find all the prime factors, and then just multiply them together. Look at this one. Okay, if the numbers are 4 and 10, you can factor that to 2 squared and 2 times 5. So then, 2 squared is 4 times 5, and it equals 20. Okay? Olivia?
Can we just do it that way, like that way?
Yes, I said you could use this method.
Okay.
Yep. Or you can use this method. Yes?
They call it triangle math because there's 3 different fixes and then you can put it in one.
It's called a factor tree. Okay?
Are we ever going to get into fact families, or is that like really
It's kind of basic. And we're using fact families a lot though. Okay? We're applying that skill.
Okay, I'm going to get bigger fact families instead of like 2 plus 2 is 4, like 3.
Yeah, that's what these are. When we factor a number, numbers, that's kind of what we're doing. So, I want you to do 14 through 23. Okay? 14 to 23.
How's the base